Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Nabi Immigration edition. A community dialogue on strengthening social cohesion. The El Niño phenomenon could have a serious climate and economic consequences in Africa. Those with the national international news community dialogue focus on strengthening social cohesion and promoting peaceful coexistence was held on Monday, August 10, 2026 at the Art Regional Media Library. Jointly organized by IGAT in CPCV and the Action Entry Aid Association of ARTA, the meeting brought together several stakeholders, community to peace and peaceful coexistence. Among those attending were the acting prefect of the ARTA region, Mr. Mohammed Fawzi, the representative of a civil society, community leaders, and other local stakeholders also took part in the discussion. The discussion focused on strengthening social ties, building trust among different components of the community, and promoting a lasting culture of dialogue and tolerance. And during his intervention, the acting prefect of the Arta region, Mr. Mohammed Fawzi Ahmed Asowi, stressed the importance of preserving peace and stability. He noted that the peace is the foundation of all development and plays an essential role in promoting social cohesion and harmonize coexistence among people and communities. As part of the effort to promote sexual and reproductive health, Hussein Health Center, in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth and Culture, organized a series of awareness sessions for association and communities served by Community Development Center (CDC). The section aimed to strengthen community knowledge of sexual and reproductive health service, raise awareness of the service available at the health facilities, and encourage a greater use of prevention, counseling, screening, and care services. A discussion with the participants also provided an opportunity to address community centuries assured appropriate prevention message and promoting behaviors and that support sexual and reproductive health. Through these the activities, Husseinia Health Center and its partners reaffirmed a commitment to bring health information closer to communities, strengthening prevention and encouraging earlier access to healthcare services. Unknown Health magazine gastrointestinal infection, stomach pain, diarrhea, heartburn, gastrointestinal function affecting millions of people every year into body when a bacterium is of a particular concern, helicopter, pylori, which can cause stomach problem and ulcers. How is the head transmitted? That we are the symptom, and most importantly, how can it be prevented? Find out in today's health magazine. Gastrointestinal infection are a major global public health concern. They can range from simple stomach ache to serious cases of food poisoning. Helicobacter pylori can live in the stomach for years without causing noticeable symptoms. Over time, this infection can affect daily life and weaken health in the long term. One of the conditions associated with this bacterium is gastritis, an inflammation of the stomach that can cause pouring sensation, acid reflux, bloating, and diarrhea, and also in the same case vomiting. In Djibouti, one of the most common forms is infection gastritis caused by Helicobacter pylori. This is a highly resilient bacterium. It can survive in the stomach and cause persistent digestive problem. Why is it so difficult to fight? Because it is a harmful but clever. It does not usually enter the bloodstream. As a result, there may be no fever or area warning sign. The bacterium can also spread easily through the saliva and through contaminated hands, particularly after using the toilet. Eradicating Helicobacter pylori generally requires antibiotic treatment of a campaign with other medicine prescribed by a healthcare professional, completing the full treatment in sexually to improve the chance of a successful eradication, as explained by a gastroenterologist Dr. Aden Abdi. In summary, he wash your hands with soap, use clean water, and eat properly prepared food. When it comes to Helicobacter pylori, treatment is available, but prevention remains the best defense. A good hygiene is key. Wash your hands regularly, thoroughly wash your food, and drink safe, clean water. A few simple habits can make a real difference because the health of your stomach starts with the cleanness of your hands. أما sport Gullet Stadium Rehabilitation, the Director General of the National Agency, the promotion of the sport, and Mr. Mohammed Umar Ali held a working meeting yesterday with the Tunisian sport Mr. Ben Ali, who is currently in Djibouti as part of the technical studies being conducted ahead of the rehabilitation of Gullet Stadium. For the past week, the Tunisian sphere, in collaboration with the Egyptian Building and Structural Laboratory, has been carrying out a series of in-depth assessments of the sport facilities. The inception covered the stadium building standards and various test structural components. The meeting provided an opportunity to review the progress of the studies and discuss the initial technical observation made on the site. This assessment phase is a crucial step before construction work begins. It aims to establish and create diagnosis of the current condition of the infrastructure, identify any technical constraints, and determine the work required to ensure a solid, sustainable rehabilitation in compliance with applicable standards. As part of the ongoing effort to combat drug traffic in the Angela Gendarmerie Brigade has dismantled an organized network involved in the supply, distribution, and sale of cannabis, also known as hashish, in Djibouti City. Investigation conducted by the gendarmerie led to the arrest of the several individuals suspected of being involved at a different level of the network. The investigation also identified a location in Balbala where the daba used to store the illicit drugs. A search of the premises resulted in seizure of a significant quantity of cannabis. A total of 88 cabs of cannabis weighing 12 kilograms were excised with an estimated street value of 1,716,000 Djibouti francs. Djibouti fish consumption during the summer season. During the summer season, fish consumption gains particular attention in Djibouti City, where seafood is becoming increasingly important in people's duties. However, given the high temperature The storage and handling of fish require extra care to maintain quality and prevent health risk. Fish is an important source of protein and essential nutrient. Its consumption contributes to a more diverse and balanced diet. Despite the country's significant fishery resource, fish consumption in Djibouti remains relatively low. Consumers are encouraged to purchase fish from outlets that comply with the hygiene standards and to ensure that the fish is properly stored when on ice or in refrigerator equipment. And for international scene, El Nino could have a major climate and economic consequence in Africa. Climate scientists and global forecasting system are closely monitoring the rapid strengthening of the El Nino phenomena in the tropical Pacific as the World Meteorological Organization WMO forecast a particularly strong episode in 2026. Climate experts are warning of the potential impact of this phenomenon on weather conditions across several regions of the world, particularly in Africa, where El Nino could cause a significant disruption to rainfall patterns and worsen drought conditions in same area. أن كولومبيا earthquake women rescue after 6 hours under replo as a date toll surpassed 250 Pereira Colombia applause broke out on Thursday in Pereira after rescue team successfully pulled a 2-year-old woman and alive from the rubble of a Colopez building where she had been trapped for the nearly 36 hours. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention. Wonderful left in evening.